Hey Coug fans, Beth O'Donnell here as part of the football team bringing you a special Halloween edition of This Week in Cougar Athletics. So let's get started. WSU Rowing claimed the top spot in all 5 races they competed in Sunday at the Portland Fall Classic in Portland, Oregon. The Cougars raced 3 varsity 8s and 2 varsity 4s. The top WSU varsity 8 boat outstroked Pac-12 opponent Oregon State en route to finishing first in the varsity 8 final with a time of 17 minutes and 23 seconds. The top varsity 4 boat clocked the top time at 19 minutes and 15 seconds, 50 seconds ahead of second place Oregon State. Women's rowing has just one more competition before closing out the fall season. Soccer defeated both Oregon and Oregon State this past weekend while at home. Sophomore Nicole Sutherland's 70th minute goal was the game winner against Oregon State Friday. Against Oregon, reigning W2Cougars.com Female Student Athlete of the Week, Brandy Vega, had the lone goal in the victory. During the weekend play, Vega moved into 6th place on WSU's career points list with 53 and is tied for 8th in assists with 13. Cross country flew down to Southern California Saturday for the Pac-12 championships in Santa Clarita, California. At the championship, sophomore Lee George was the top finisher for the WSU men at 24th place on the 8,000-meter course, while Caroline Austin was the top WSU women's placer on the 6,000-meter course at 34th. The Cougar men, without the services of injured senior Andrew Kimple, took 8th place, and the WSU women's team finished 12th. The NCAA West Regional Championships await the Cougars November 9th in Seattle. Women's golf flew to Hawaii to compete in the Rainbow Wahine Invitational Monday, October 29th through Wednesday, October 31st. WSU sophomore Kristen Rue took the outright lead after the first 2 rounds of the tournament Tuesday. For complete stats and results, be sure to check out golfstat.com. Cougar football was back in action after its bye week and took on number 19 Stanford Saturday in Stanford, California. The matchup with Stanford was the 3rd top 20 team WSU has faced in the last 4 weeks, all of which were away from Martin Stadium. Reigning WSUCougars.com Male Student Athlete of the Week, Jeff Toole, had 401 passing yards, which were a career high and upped his career total to 5,154, making him 7th on WSU's career list. The WSU defense allowed a season low of 256 yards of total offense. Swimming was on the road last weekend as they took on Arizona, Arizona State, and Grand Canyon. During the Arizona State meet, junior Emma Johansson posted the 13th best time in NCAA Division I swimming this season at 54.82 seconds in the 100-yard butterfly. Emma also swam a lifetime best 55.93 seconds in the 100-yard backstroke, 3rd fastest time in Cougar history. Unfortunately, Emma's times were not enough to capture a victory for the team, and WSU fell to both Arizona and Arizona State, but outtouched Grand Canyon 160.5 to 99.5 points. Playing the defending national champions and the defending conference champions back-to-back on the road proved too much for the Cougars volleyball. WSU lost at number 6 UCLA in 3 sets and fell at number 7 USC in 3 sets. J.C. Harris tallied 22 kills and Verlia Hardaway added 16 kills while Kate Somner had 29 digs. Setter Cameron Irwin had 49 assists, which moved her career total to 2,023 assists, 8th best in WSU all-time records. Now let's take a look at what's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Cougar Volleyball will host Colorado on Halloween at 7 p.m. in Bowler Gym. The admission is only $2 for fans wearing costumes. This match will also be televised by the Pac-12 networks. The Cougars will then take on Utah at 7 p.m. Friday in Bowler Gym. Swimming will head to Southern California as it will take on both USC and UCLA. The Cougars will first compete against UCLA at 1 p.m. Friday in Los Angeles. Then the Cougars will take on USC at noon Saturday in Los Angeles. Last year, USC finished 3rd at the NCAA Championships. WSU Soccer will play just 1 game this weekend as they take on Washington at 2 p.m. Friday in Pullman at the Lower Soccer Field. This match is the regular season finale and will be televised by the Pac-12 networks. The Cougars have a chance to make it to postseason this year, so make sure you come out and help cheer them on. Women's basketball will host another exhibition game this week. This game against Western Oregon is set for 12:30 p.m. Saturday at Friel Court. Cougar football heads to Salt Lake City noon Saturday to take on Utah. Junior Marquise Wilson needs just 54 receiving yards to move into the top 10 among the Pac-12 Conference's career leaders. He enters Saturday's game with 3,134, which tops all time at WSU. This game will be televised by the Pac-12 networks and can be heard along the Cougar Radio Network or WSUCougars.com. Rowing will close out its fall season at the Head of the Lake Sunday in Seattle, Washington. This race is hosted by University of Washington. That's all that's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Be sure to check out WSUCougars.com for schedules, results, and highlights. Until next week, I'm Beth O'Donnell. Go Cougs!